Okay, Ryan, you're just off to do battle on behalf of Scotland with your troops. How do you feel at the moment?
Oh, I think the preparation couldn't have gone any better, Mike. The boys have trained really hard. We had a great weekend at Loughborough. Coaches have been superb. They've put a lot of time and effort into preparing us. And so if preparation's anything to go by, I'd say we should be one of the favourites, but you don't win the tournament in preparation. You've got to go out and do the work on the park. So, but I don't think we could be in a better place as a squad, really.
You've got to be in your peak form, haven't you? Because it's Ireland first up.
We have to beat Ireland at some stage. We have to beat Namibia at some stage. We have to beat Holland at some stage to progress. So whether you get them first or last, I really don't think it makes a difference. And we've got 2.5 weeks to prepare, which is, if you think about it, in Pretoria is almost probably a full season of cricket in Scotland. 15, 16 days of sunshine is probably a Scotland summer. So yeah,
you'll have your suntan ready by then.
I think it could be a question of playing cricket and sleeping. So and we'll be using their facilities to hopefully, if the guys are carrying a few niggles, just to do a bit of prehab before the tournament. We've got 3 games lined up, warm-up games, plus the game against Kenya. So we, plenty of cricket before then. We've got access to middle facilities, so if the training's anything to go by, there'll be a lot of match scenarios recreated. So.
And what about your squad here? I mean,
definitely, in terms of fitness, and we've obviously just done a Bleep Test, and I thought the results were pretty favourable. I think guys have made some big improvements, and we have to be fit as we can be. What has been impressive has been the guys that have not been selected have turned up at every fielding session, every fitness session. So I think that's helped keep the lads going, kind of motivated. There's nothing worse than not turning up for training when someone who's not going is there himself. So those lads have been outstanding, and I can only commend their attitude for the last 2 months. The last couple of months have been brilliant.
The Benoni Stadium, and you've been there because you've trained there, but have you played there yourself?
I don't think it was around when I was living in Joburg myself. Done a little bit of inquiries and made a few inquiries with my contacts back home, and the general consensus is it's quite a varied wicket. Some days it's seamer friendly, some days it's spin friendly, some days it's a batting paradise. So I think the wickets are generally pretty good out there, and I remember it being quite a nice big field. Facilities are good. So
games right through to the final, beat Ireland in the final, which is always a nice bit of boasting that you can do to them before the game starts out in South Africa. But there's a fair amount of pressure for this particular competition, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean there's pressure in terms of trying to qualify for the World Cup and the financial gains that it brings with us, but I think we've just got to try and keep the good baggage on board. We did do really well in the last tournament, and we did really well in Kenya. Our record for qualifying tournaments speaks for itself. It's been pretty impressive, and we just got to carry that good baggage with us. And I think we've just got to treat every game as a game of cricket. If we put too much pressure on it, or we try and build it up too much, then there is always the fear of failure that can creep in. So we're all very lucky when we're going out to South Africa to play cricket.